Hey everybody, it's Newest Max Stacker here. I'm going to talk about some coins that I have that are in slabs that would benefit being in a different holder and also conservation. So let's walk through some of these coins and talk about my point of view, and we'll go from there. Welcome back. As you can see here, I got lots of coins that are in NGC or PCGS holders. I got a couple right here I just kind of want to mention. ICG. Sometimes I buy 1878 8-tail feathers, 7-tail feathers, thinking there might be a really good VAM on there, and sometimes, I make a mistake. And a coin like this, VAM 79, not worth anything. Not worth that much more than what a standard mint state 63 is. This coin, in my opinion, it will not benefit to cross it over and spend that extra money. That's kind of why I brought this up to your attention right here. I want coins like this, 1878 Carson Cities. We got some of these. I recently purchased an 80 and an 81cc in PCGS holders. Now I'm going to bring in some coins that I have here on the side and talk about why these would benefit in either a PCGS or an NGC holder, and possibly have some conservation done on one of them. Okay, everybody, I've probably covered this coin many times. I know I'm gonna lose the holder. I'm gonna lose the old green holder, but here's the thing. I'm getting offers for the exact same price that I paid for this coin. Nobody wants to even budge $5. So nobody wants to pay a little extra for that holder. But here's the thing. This thing is just so nice on the obverse. I know that they net graded it because of these ugly spots. I would rather pay PCGS to professionally restore this coin, get this PVC off, make it look better, and it could upgrade to a 66 plus or even a 67. I do not want to sell this coin as is to anybody and they're going to walk away with something that's could be worth a few $100 more. I think it's worth my time, and I do mean time. This could take months to get this coin back, but this coin will benefit. I believe it will upgrade because the superb finish on the obverse. I believe if it's restored on the reverse, it should have apparently the same look on the reverse as well, and my intuition thinks it's going to upgrade. So that is something I want to do for that. Now, I've had this coin for a long time. It's been over a year now. I paid $550. I just want to be honest with you, okay? This is an ANX holder. Now, the retail is about $1,000 or $900, something like that. It's a lot, but look at, I'm only, trying. I took $100 off. I still can't sell it. It's the holder itself. Absolutely. I need to have this in a PCGS holder, and I think I could probably eke out that $750 without a problem if it crosses over and gets the same grade. It's just a nasty old soapbox ANX holder, and I think a lot of people are kind of turned off by these holders for sure. And I do have a couple more ANX ones here. Now this coin here, I believe it's a high VF 35. That's not bad at all. I'm just trying to make sure they accurately graded this coin. Yeah, it has really nice features on the wings and the feathers. It looks very nice. I gotta send this into PCGS. I gotta cross this over. Nobody wants that holder, and I believe even if it gets a VF 30, if it gets the same VF 35, I'm happy with that. Because again, it's a great coin, but the holder deters buyers. Let's move on over here. Now, I have I got this pretty cheap. I try to get a couple more dollars off. I think I paid $145 for it. I do have a little wiggle room, and I believe I could be able to price it more accordingly because this thing's pretty cheap anyways at 130. What was that say? 195? Well, we'll see. I'll have to look this up, but I just think this coin would benefit in a PCGS holder. It just looks nice. I don't think there's any issues with this coin. I do love the contrast between the field and the device. I just think it has a nice, wholesome originality to this coin. And I have a really high probability that it will come back in a PCGS holder problem free. Let's move on to the next coin here. Now we got a Carson City, 1884 Carson City. Yeah, you know, I should have probably sent this into a PCGS originally, but sometimes I just use them as a filter just to see what would happen. And if it got proof-like, well, maybe I'll get proof-like from PCGS as well. It really does look nice. Would I be able to get a little bit more money? I don't know. I'd say the threshold is around 500 on this thing. 375 into this coin, I believe, or 360. I got $360 in this coin originally raw, and I don't know whatever ANX charged me to process it. We'll see what happens, but I believe this coin will benefit in PCS holder. I'm constantly doing this, guys. This is going to be my third submission. And this coin, I question that grade. I really do. I thought this would be in Unc Details. I really still think so. Because, you know, when I tilt it in the light, there's a lot of like little hazy spots. Let's see, what am I trying to say here? It just looks like it's got some scuffiness. That's the word. The high parts there. You know, on the cheek, the neck, the hair. Let's flip it over. The reason being, I think this should be more accurately probably a 62, in my opinion. But the retail on this is an astounding amount of like $1,500, and it's not going to sell for that. It'll probably go for half that. When I got $40 into the coin, plus ANX grading fees, I really don't have much into this. It could go to a mint state 62, possibly be worth $350 to $400, somewhere in that range. But it's a really nice VAM. But you know, in today's market, it's really in the eye of the beholder on if they want this coin or not, because they are very rare, and not a lot of people looking for them. That's what I'm trying to say here. Now, a lot of coin collectors have really good eyes, and I've witnessed this many occasions. So say, for example, you find a coin like that. It's in an ENX holder. They don't want too much for the coin. You buy the coin. Maybe you can get a couple more bucks from the dealer off. Then you send it into PCGS. Possibly it crosses over just fine. Possibly you get lucky and it upgrades to maybe an XF40. Now you're in a PCGS holder or an NGC holder. Now you qualify to have it submitted to CAC and see what John Albanese has to say about that. Yeah, exactly. So some of these coins that you have, even in your own collection, which I'm trying to correct a lot of things that I have, I'm just kind of relaying these little things to you, that it's okay to send in these coins because it just makes them more attractive to buyers. They're not deterred by the holder, because that's kind of a plaguing thing that's been happening. They do want the old holders, the old PCS holders, but you know, when a coin has been graded in many years ago, and something like this, their guidelines change and something happens. Now today, that is frowned upon. It's not considered toning. PVC is considered to be damaged, and so now, if this was sent in again to PCGS once more time without conservation, it would come back on details. So I would just recommend let the professionals on a coin with that sort of value, let them do it. I'll pay them whatever, the $18 or whatever it's going to be. It's not it's not ridiculous, but it's your coin. You want to preserve that. You want to move forward. Some of your coins may have a potential to have an upgrade as the conservation has been completed. So hence what I try to say is basically your coins will be worth a little bit more when it comes to if you're the kind of person that wants to resell them. But you know, if you're somebody that just wants to buy them and keep them, that's great as well. I love that idea. I actually love having entire collections. I'm working on many different things at one time. I love Mercury dimes. I really want early Lincolns, toned ones all the way from 1909 to 1919. I just love those coins. I don't want anything any newer than that, just the old ones. And I really, I believe people just love those early coins. And if I can find them for a good price, I love the toning. I really do. Mercury dimes, I love those Mercury dimes. It seems like the 1945s tone up really good. I would love to find them in the 30s that tone up like that, but it's very difficult. I've been looking around and hunting around for earlier specimens, and some dates haven't really seen an abundance of toning that is very attractive on other dates other than 1916 and 1945. But I'm sure if I find some more time goes by, that will happen. And I do love Indian head cents that are toned as well. I'm always working on stuff like that. I'm not much into foreign coins. I'm not much into notes. So coins is what I like. I'm the numismatic stacker. I love stacking numismatics, and I love upgrading my holders. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today, and I'll see you on the next one.